Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. Today we have a classic American brand who is shifting their business model to continue to dominate in the future years. The stock on the table today is General Motors, ticker symbol GM.
Now taking us to the brief overview. In case you haven't heard of General Motors, they own four big car companies: Chevrolet, Cadillac, GMC, General Motors Company, and Buick. GM's mission statement is to earn customers for life by building brands that inspire passion and loyalty through not only breakthrough technologies, but also by serving and improving the communities in which we live and work around the world. Since 1908, GM has sold over 500 million vehicles across its four brands, and they're looking to continue that trend into the future by being the leader in the EV revolution that's happening across the world.
Now on to GM's rotation into EVs. GM aims to have 30 new electric vehicles by 2025. You may have seen their ads on any type of media that you've been watching as they continue to advertise their vehicles in order to get the word out that they are going through a massive transformation. Most notably, GM came out with the Hummer EV. In 10 minutes, the 2022 Hummer EV sold out completely. The Hummer EV starts at $112,595, and its capabilities include 1,000 horsepower and 11,500 pounds of torque at the wheels, and it has a 0 to 60 time of 3 seconds. When we think of EV, we think of Tesla. GM's Hummer EV sold out within minutes. This demonstrates that they are a legitimate competitor to Tesla, as their vehicle is in the same demand as the Tesla vehicles that they are coming out with. This presents a massive opportunity for GM in the future. In addition, GM also recently announced the 2023 Cadillac Lyriq at a price of $59,990 with 300 miles in range. Although GM has recently announced their plans to continue to roll out the Hummer, the Cadillac Lyriq, and more electric vehicles, it is important to recognize that all of these plans are in the future. Therefore, GM is more of a long hold than a short hold, and there is a lot of potential risk involved as they have not rolled out any of these vehicles yet. So you're betting on their brand name, their facilities, and everything else that is associated with GM to be able to achieve these goals in the future. Future catalysts for GM include a steady flow of vehicles from their four brands: the Buick, GMC, Chevrolet, and finally the Cadillac. With GM's vehicles amassing this much excitement already, it will be exciting to see what they have in the future. Remember, their goal is to reach 30 electric vehicles by 2025, so it is almost inevitable that there will be other hits coming within the future. Now to the most important part of GM, their partnership with SAIC Motors. When you think of the best-selling car in China, you tend to think of maybe a Tesla, a Neo, maybe even an Xpeng. But all of these get trumped by GM's partnership with SAIC Motors in China. GM and SAIC Motors produce the Wuling Hongguang Mini EV, which is the best-selling car in China, at a mere price of $4,000. It beats out even the Model 3 for first place. SAIC Motors and Lizhu Wuling Motors are the two partners in this deal. In this deal, GM owns 44% of the joint partnership. And even according to the venture, in a near month, 39,745 Wuling Hongguang Mini EVs were sold. In Q1 alone, there was an estimated 80,000 of these units sold in China. By contrast, Tesla sells around 69,000 Model 3s in China per quarter. So this basically confirms that GM is a winner in China. They dominate the market with their Mini EV. When you look at companies like maybe a Tesla at a $700 billion market cap or a Neo at a $60 billion market cap, these are two companies that have less market share in China than a company like GM. General Motors has taken the approach of selling the most affordable cars in China. The wealth cap in China is extreme, with GM's ambitions to sell these cheap cars. they are capturing a significant portion of the China market. And you can expect as these people become wealthier, they will continue to buy from this GM SAIC partnership, which will amount to more revenue within the future.
And now going to the potential risk. As you may all know, our world is currently facing a global chip shortage, and manufacturers are getting hit quite substantially. According to Ford's recent Q1 earnings report, they saw a $2.5 billion loss, which was attributable to the chip shortage that is occurring, and this was a 50% reduction in vehicles they were able to produce. And similar to Ford, although GM hasn't reported their Q1 earnings, I'm almost certain that on the earnings call, they will highlight the chip shortage affecting their quarterly revenue and delivery numbers. And with that, GM has somewhat priced in the chip shortage, with it falling over 3% after Ford's quarterly earnings report. But with all investments, especially for GM, it's important to have a long-term mentality. As GM has done for decades, they will continue to innovate, resulting in revenue in the long run, exhibiting linear growth. However, this could take a long time, to 2x, 3x, or even 4x, as GM is not a stock to swing trade, but rather a long hold to keep in the back of your portfolio. And to wrap up the video, we'll be going over our final thoughts and what we plan on doing. Over the past couple months, General Motors has undergone some major advancements, with unveiling their plans on rolling out their EV cars later this year and their Cruise autonomous unit, which is competing against Tesla's FSD and Google's Waymo. However, what we believe could really move the needle for General Motors is their exposure in China with their $4,000 EV vehicle. Overall, the long-term prospect for GM is quite fascinating, and would really love to see how GM competes against Tesla and other car companies in China. So what do I plan on doing? Although GM has laid out their entire EV plan for the next 1 to 3 years, which is actually quite compelling as an investor, I already have a relatively large position in Tesla. It will be counterintuitive to invest in both companies if I believe there will be one that outperforms the other in the long term. So therefore, I decided to rather invest in Tesla despite it being a riskier investment that could potentially outperform GM in the long term.
I continue to express interest in GM. While I currently do not have a position, I'm looking to establish a position after ER. Once the chip shortage is really seen in ER, I will be able to establish what the best opportunity is to take for GM. The reason I like GM so much is its future dominance potential. It's not going to be a company that's like a penny stock EV company that goes up 100%, 10% even in a day. GM is a slow, steady growth company that I believe can have 100% potential over a 5-year span. This is not one that you would hold if you're looking to get a swing trade or even a midterm trade. This is a strictly long-term trade, in my opinion, and that's how I'm going to play it in my portfolio.
And make sure to check out our Instagram page right over here where we post daily stock market picks and updates.
Make sure to check out our Discord, Twitter, and StockTwits, all linked in the description below. Also, make sure if you enjoyed the video to hit that like button and hit that juicy red tomato subscribe button to keep up with all of our videos. Also, if you would like, we would really appreciate it if you left a comment down below, maybe on what stock you would like us to cover, or just something we can improve on, as we are really looking to make every video better than the last. Thank you, and good luck on your trading journey.
Bye.